On my kicker tonight, the National Prayer Breakfast this year will go down as an unmitigated moral disaster. Ostensibly brought together by well-meaning religious intentions, political leaders proceeded this morning as if nothing happened. This, hours after they all knew of a school dormitory fire that had killed more than 10 girls, 16 precisely. The so-called prayers made no mention of the incident, its victims, or even the distressed families that were still making their way to Gilgil. I watched in utter shock and horror as speaker after speaker went on about their prayer breakfast business, making no mention of the Gilgil tragedy. So much for a prayer gathering. I hope this is not too harsh. This was Kenya's most heartless gatherings in recent times. This gathering simply lacked humanity. This prayer breakfast failed the most basic human test of empathy, that basic instinct of one human being feeling the pain of another. Those were heartless people, all of them. They did not care about the feelings of the parents of 16 innocent schoolgirls lying in cold ashes in the aftermath of the dormitory fire. I presume the girls were too distant for them to relate with. They did not know who they are. Clearly, none of them was a daughter of any of them. Just some obscure girls of some distant public school. These were anonymous little souls, not big enough to interfere with a grand party and the flow of a breakfast and a prayer. I waited for any of the speakers to show just some little trace of humanity. There was nothing. And when President William Ruto finally spoke about the incident, he called it an incident, he could not even get the name of the school right. And this he did at the tail end of the function. In fact, he had finished making his long address that was more about his record in office. The Utumishi fire tragedy came as a near afterthought during the photography session. This was truly cold of the entire leadership that gathered for the national